the 2:30 live stream of Tools of Fortune. Why do I hoard time for myself? I'm reading on a question. I'll be here for a short time. I started late. I opened another social media account and I was actually editing a video tonight. I was filming deer outside my back door. And I uploaded that video and then it was 2 o'clock in the morning. Anyways, what do you care about that? I am here and I'm going to be reading on this question. The energy of the bibliomancy page I drew today was about selfishness. Why am I selfish? Why do I hoard time? That's what I want to know. I want to see what the tarot has to say about that. I'm not reusing a spread here. I'm just trying to gain... Maria, welcome. Welcome, Maria. Just a general energy. Huh? Interesting. Whoa. Why am I selfish? That's interesting. I've never drawn that card on myself before. This is really a dark energy here. The only positive card is this one. I hoard time. I am selfish. Because I feel drained. And I need to save every ounce of energy that I have. I hoard time and energy because I feel like the end is near, like I need to hurry up and get things done. I hoard time because I'm attached to it. I'm looking to fill a void inside my heart. And that's why I hoard time. And also, because I am powerless to see a different reality. Let's see what the bottom card was. And here, it's all about the illusions, the deceptions, and the lies from within. Fear and anxiety drive me to be selfish, to listen to the lies within. Those lies about not having enough time, so you hoard every moment that you have. When I could be giving my time to another. Let's see what the energy is of this. the overall energy here. All right. Where's my pen at? We're looking at we're looking at 18, 20, 30, 31. So it's 31, and 18. And so it's really looking at a 4 and a 9. But in this sense, welcome. Welcome. All right. Well, we have your question. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go get on with your question. Lack of foundations and a feeling like that 9 energy. 1, 8, and okay. Let me clear the air. Is this stream clear? I've been having internet problems. Looks like it's clear. So I read when I turned the camera off last 2 nights ago. I did read on your question. I did a general reading on your question. I posted it in the community page. But we'll see how things are different this time. Okay. Let me clear the air. All right. I'll clear the air here. So, Himara, if you, when we get done with this reading and you go to the community tab page, I did read on you after I had so much trouble with the internet the other night. But let's read on you tonight, right now. Okay. Let me get your question. Welcome, Crystal. I went to the beach yesterday. Let's see. My name. I need to tell you what my name is that you can call me if you want to. I left the other day. No, actually, I didn't leave. My internet field collapsed the other day. Or maybe it was another person whose name started with an H. This here's my name. That's what you can call me if you wish to. Two nights ago, my internet field collapsed. Oh. Well, what happened was, it was really nice weather. If the wind wasn't blowing, it would have been 80 degrees. I saw a whale. Okay, well, I will read on you second, Humera. Welcome, Gertrude. Welcome, Crystal. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Let's see. What is your question? Can Oh, here's how my bluebird. So 2 nights ago, my internet field collapsed. Um, that maybe it was another person whose name started with a H. So 2 nights ago, Maria was there. My internet field collapsed, and I had to turn the I had to turn everything out off. And essentially, what I've learned is that okay. So is this man someone you were married to? Was this someone you were married to, and you're separated? Okay, I know you did. You have a lot of information on there, and I was wondering if you could. I'm just trying to understand. I'm trying to understand the question. I wonder what does the lawyer have to do with anything? I mean, he's seen a lawyer, so it has a lawyer that suggests to me that this is like a divorce is going through. You're going through a divorce, or is this you might I'm not understanding the information. Yeah, well, this my I've been having problems with my internet since that earthquake in the north in the Bering Sea. There was an 8.8 earthquake 3 weeks ago, and so I've been having internet issues since then. Um, so this okay, you're not married to him. So what does the lawyer have to do with anything? 1990. So did you want to be married to him? Is that what you're asking? Are you asking if this man is um around the 20th? So you want to so I'm gonna list his name as S because that's a really long name. I'm not gonna be able to say it. So S is S going through a divorce? Is he divorced? Because you mentioned the lawyer. I was wondering what that has to do with anything. So S, let's give a little more. SHA. I'm going to write his whole name down. HNAWAZ. Boyfriend feeling. So he gives you that boyfriend feeling to you, and you want to know if it's going to go anywhere. So if I get your question right, is will my, as in your relationship, with S go anyplace? Go anywhere? You want to know is, will this relationship that you have with this man end up in marriage? Okay. Past traumas. Everyone has trauma. It just all depends on how much does your trauma dictate your behavior. Okay, this is the question as I printed it out. With this guy, I can't pronounce his name. Will that's in your relationship with S go anywhere? You want to know if this will go anywhere. Is it going to lead to marriage? Is it going to lead to a marriage? Okay, I'm going to set this up as 2 yes/no questions. All right? He is a divorcee. Okay. Let's see, how old is he? Feelings and intentions are everything, dude. Hopefully you talk to him. Okay. So this guy is about 10 years younger than I am, so he's 40 something. He's divorced. 40 something and divorced. Yeah, it might, but let's go see. All right. Oh, I need to use this special potion that Essence of the Moon created for me. Anoint my hands with this oil, a magic oil. Well, oh yeah, that's right. He's 20 years younger than I am. Almost. I am almost 60 years old. All right. Essence of the Moon. I know you have no time to watch my shows, but it's just okay. All right, let's do this. Mary, Mother of God. I'm asking for guidance right now. Mary Magdalene and Mary, Mother of Jesus. I'm asking for guidance here. Humira is interested in Shawanza. She wants to know if the relationship she has with him is going anywhere. Is it going anywhere? This is a 3-card yes, no. I'm going to ask you oh, I was talking about the person who I was talking about the person who made this for me specifically. I'm going to shuffle these decks. Let's go mix the cards up a bit. I'm going to do a mix-up of the cards. Okay. Another mix-up. Okay. Humira, I want you to tell me when to stop shuffling, please. Tell me when to stop shuffling. Humira, tell me when to stop shuffling. Okay, stop shuffling then. So will this go anywhere? You know, it might. This just might go someplace. But this is a soft yes, kind of more in the realm of the maybe. But what's going on is that there's a sense that there's of resiliency, like a person needing to put up defenses and watching out for the next thing that's going to happen. But there's a sense that of a woundedness. And so in a sense of putting up in this yes, this is the energy that is behind this yes, of where is it going. Well, first off, it starting here with this sense of needing to put up build a fortress around you, build a fortress around the heart, because the heart is very much so wounded. But there's a spirit of not wanting to give up. There's also a sense in here that there is a lack of vision and in seeing to go forward, a lack of vision, or in a sense of an inability to throw yourself out there, to throw yourself out into the world, putting yourself out, putting your seeds out in a ship to go out to sea. That ship hasn't left the dock. It's staying put. Then the other energy that exists in here is that in the case of this relationship going someplace, it's about learning interpersonal relationship skills and still working on those skills, those interpersonal relationship skills that are needed in order for this relationship to go anywhere at all. And let me just see where what the bottom card is where it is going. It's not going very fast. It's going slow. It's the Chariot, and the Chariot in reverse. And so he doesn't want to go fast. So if you're expecting this relationship to go fast, it's not going to go fast. It's going to go slow. And so it's going at a snail's pace, heading forward. So, yes. So let's just take a look at some of these energies here, the numerical energies here that are here. And let's go with the right kind of pin. We're looking at 12, 20, 20, which really is about 2 balance. So you're balancing. It's a balancing act, the balancing of the different realities that are there. And then it's about 7. And 2 plus 7 together equals to 9. 9 is a sense of completion. So maybe where this is going, but 7 is about withdrawing. So instead of, he's got to think about things. And he's withdrawing within himself. He's thinking about this, of whether you even want to move at all. It's definitely something where you're going to have to make the first move on this, because he's not going to make any moves. Within him is the seesaw of light and darkness, the rebalancing of himself, or within this relationship, it has to be balanced. Okay. So let's go ask the next question, which is, I think I'm going to use a different deck altogether. I'm going to use a different deck. And I've only used this only once before. I will have to look things up a little bit. But this is just an ordinary deck of playing cards. And we'll move, and this is the question is, will this relationship end in marriage? Will this, so the relationship is going someplace, but it's not going anywhere very fast. But will it end up in marriage? Okay. So this playing card deck does have reversal, so I can do this. I can do this spread on it, the 3-card spread. I mean, just I almost want to mix it up just a little bit. Yes, a different deck. Oh, these cards popped out. We'll just put them back. All right, I'm going to shuffle it, and you're going to tell me when to stop shuffling. And the question is, will this relationship end in marriage? One of the cards already popped out. Will this relationship end in marriage? Okay. Well, this is a strong sign. All the three cards are upright, so this is like a hard yes. A yes. This is a yes. It will end in marriage. But as the other cards showed, that it's going to take a little time. And you're going to probably have to make the first move. And so we're looking at so with this, in your heart energy is about a bunch of is mystery. It's sort of, it is a spiritual energy of what surrounds this. Saint Benedict. What was about Saint Benedict? The Benedictine order. Let me see if I can get a word on that. Look up Saint Benedict. I'm going to have to build myself actually a handbook on this one. Benedict. He was a Catholic monk who is about 1500 years ago. See if I get one thing. I need to look. Is that the same one? Saint Benedict of the Benedictine order. Okay, yeah. So actually, it's this is of a protection energy, a heart relationship energy, and so a protector. So he'll be a protector. That he's a protector type of an individual, but this is the spiritual mystery of the seven. Then we have a four of pentacles, which is in a sense that holding on to love. In a sense, there will be some of the issues that will be in this marriage is that of holding back. Yes, marriage, but yes, also a lot of holding back of love, mystery. And then we have your sword energy, and so we're looking at that it's going to come from a place of clubs of passion. So passion, holding on to passion, and allowing a mystery to unfold. That's just from these cards. Yeah, 1500 years ago. St. Gregory, let's take a look at that guy. Like I say, I just got this deck of cards like 2 weeks ago. I haven't, um, I've been wanting, it's a Catholic saint, so it's, it appeals to me because I am a Catholic. I'm not exactly practicing. It's been, I think the 2019 was the last time I went to Mass. I have, though, Gregory, St. Gregory the Great. I have oh, he's also been like the same amount of time. He was died in year 600, essentially around the same time that this guy did. And what is he known for? He was a pope, so he was a church father, a leader. So leadership. So if you look at, there's the card energy, but then there's the saint energy, and you're looking at whatever, I forgot what I said for that one. I forgot already. And of a leader, being that of a leader, but then there in this also some guardian angel, so a protectorism. So there was kind of a protection. What's my name? Oh, I'll give you my name. Um, that's 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 what I go by. Mm. So, anyways, I hope that that helps. But we can also go and add up these two. So we're looking at 11, 12, and 12. So in this marriage, we're looking at a 12 energy, which is again balance, but it's a new beginning, a new beginning to that balance, which together it's of creative expression and being able to more fully express your creativity in this union. The balance between you and him, beginning anew, beginning a new cycle, a balancing between the male and the female, the light and the darkness, the yin and the yang, and together those energies equal a greater enhanced creativity and mystery. Anyways, that's what I got here. I'm gonna have to sit down soon and go through all of the cards here and make a manual here, so I don't have to look all that stuff up. And eventually I'll be a master card reader too. All right. I'm glad that I made it back on tonight. Was there anybody else who had a question, or am I going to be calling it a night here? Oh. Well, looks like we had a troll in here. Okay. Okay. Well, good night, Maria. No, I'm a new reader. I'm actually a new. I've been reading barely a year. I'm where I lack is I lack a lot of the head knowledge. I lack the head knowledge. That's what I lack. So, but then again, I also know that tarot is a lifelong learning thing, and people who'd been reading for 40 years are still sometimes feel like a novice. There's still more to learn. So you never can become a master. It's just that you learn how to read other decks and so forth. And all right, good night. Good night. So it's like 4 o'clock, almost yes, 3 o'clock in the morning. So maybe I just came on to read one person, which is fine. If no one else wants to read it, wants a reading, I can show you some pictures from the beach that took um, I took yesterday. If you want to see that, go into my photographs. Actually, right before I came on here, I took deer. Hmm. Here's my little dog. This is Pee Wee. I might be signing off here. I'm probably staying for a little bit while longer. Um, this is my little doggy. Oh, that's me. Um, I started a TikTok account a few days ago. This is my mother who I take care of. She doesn't necessarily. She's 86. Oh, that's me. This was a bunch of birds that were on the row, all crows. Those are crows. Okay, I'm still editing that video together to go onto my other channel, and then I did some feeding. I fed the birds like you're not supposed to feed the birds, because these are all wild birds, and they're not. Oh well, this is an old video here. My little Pee-wee when she was a little younger. Time to go to the vet. Miss Billy Pee-wee. There we go. We just look at that. Yeah, poor little dog. Um, no, I never got married. I had a real major heartbreak in my 20s, and I never really got over that. And I tried a few other times, but I kind of gave up about in my mid 40s. I gave up. And hmm. So these are just birds. Hmm. Yeah, from Pakistan. Yeah. Those are the cards I read the other night off camera. It may have been for you, it may have been for someone else. I don't know. And those are just some. I had some other beach pictures from. I do have the deck reviews for two different decks here. Coming from. Most of this stuff is Someone's family reunion stuff. This is channel stuff from my other channel. This is not my. I have two. Actually, I'm just started a third channel. So, um, anyways, that one. My other camera has more stuff on it. Pee Wee. The little dog's name is Pee Wee. Little Pee Wee. Yeah. My other channel is kind of a variety show. We'll go to that. This is my other channel. I do a lot of live streaming. My videos, I have a few long play videos. I'm kind of wanting to do more guests on and talk. I haven't really had many guests on. And I've done a lot of different videos. Some of these are, if we just look at from my point of view rather than having all the ones. So it was doing a lot of variety content. In the beginning, it was more, I don't know, stories, topics, some poetry. I'm going into my 4th year on this other channel, 999 show, and it's just a lot of variety. Not a whole lot of Then the new channel that I started, which I didn't think I ever would use TikTok, but I did. I started a TikTok channel. And just a couple days ago. And I'm still trying to figure this thing out. I started the TikTok channel because I need to it's like sometimes when you do social media, you don't quite know what you're doing. So you throw stuff at the wall and you want to see what sticks. And my feeling in going into my 4th year of producing content on 999 show is that I need to change the content, and I don't quite know how or what to do. And I need to evolve. And so I started the other channel on TikTok in order to experiment and just to put stuff out there. Sometimes that's just the way you got to do it. You got to like throw noodles on the wall. You're throwing spaghetti on the wall. You're throwing crap on the wall, and you just to see what's gonna stick. And and because you really never okay. There are formulas and stuff that you can follow when you do social media. I'm not a very good formula follower, so I'm just trying to figure things out, and so there's a lot of experimentation. Now this channel is very much niche orientated, and it's not a variety show. I'm just doing the one thing. I'm doing the tarot, the readings, and so forth, and that's it. The other channel, it's a lot of different things. Like I painted this on that I painted this on that channel. And I painted this on that channel. I did a lot of painting, but you know, watching a live stream painting, I think person live streaming art can be boring. However, there are some people who thought that if I were to stream onto Twitch, that there'd be a lot of people who might like to watch somebody live streaming art. So I don't know. I really don't know. Anyways, that's all I got. I think I need to go to bed, and um, yeah, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I think the content on this channel is good. I do believe that. I do believe that. I am going to come back on tomorrow, actually later tonight. Later tonight. And I need to do a show on the other channel tomorrow as well. Saturday, I won't do a late night show Saturday night because I have a church function Sunday morning that I need to be awake for at like a bit after dawn. So, anyways, thank you very much for letting me read for you today. And I want to thank everyone else who came into my stream. And come back tomorrow or come back later today. Probably like, what is it, 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30? Probably like 14, 16 hours from now, I'll come back on. All right. I will, what I will do for my today's Friday for me. For the Friday one, I will post the thumbnail to the live stream 2 to 3 hours before I actually go to live. Now, there'll be a time on there, but I may end up coming on 5 to 10 minutes late. That's usually my MO. But all right. Okay, thank you very much. And I will I'll be back on shortly. Where did that other rubber band go to for this? And okay, well, let's just stop this up. All right. Good night. And good luck. Good luck. I really, really hope that relationship with this man turns into a lifelong partner where he can be a protector for you, a provider for you and your child, and that this relationship will put mystery back into your life. Add more mystery, or that spiritual mystery, or that general mystery of life. To be able to feel that, like when you were a child. Oh? You asked me that before, if you would see Nixon again. I'll read on that one. Let me just clear the air then. Because Nixon blocked you, right? If I remember right. This is for Crystal. Crystal wants to know if she will ever see Nixon again. Let's just do this tuning fork here, which is like 440 on the frequency. Try to pull our brain right into the now. Okay. All right. I'm going to mix the cards up. Good. Let's mix these cards up really good. And all right, that's the question. We want to ask Mother Mary, will Crystal ever see Nixon again? Nixon has blocked Crystal of all social media, from the phone. He won't take phone calls or texts or anything from her. Will he open his heart ever again to Crystal? I'm gonna go for a page number first, Crystal. I want to read the page number on this. Go for some bibliomancy. Looking at 15. So what is the energy around this? 157. 157 0. 6 and 7 is what? 13. 4. So it's kind of a foundational thing. So at this sense, the number of the energy is of a 4. But 1570 is back here where the hymns are. Boy, it might, like, clear to the end, almost the index. Oh, I've never gotten one up that high before. 1570. Right into the index. The fall of man, the creation of woman. formula blessing, celebration of the Passover, Deuteronomy, Numbers, Leviticus, Genesis, the beginning. What I'm kind of landing on is the fall of man. 242, 6, 7, 8, and we're looking at an 8, a manifestation number of an 8. Let's go look at page 242. 242 is back in the beginning. The coin of, show me the coin used for the tax. They handed him a small coin. Give to Caesar what Caesar is due, but to God what is God. 242. So understanding a death and a resurrection. So the page, in that sense, we're looking at two concepts here. The fall of a man and a death and a resurrection. So the fall of man, now in a sense that the fall of a man that we're looking at, a person who has fallen from your view, a person who maybe in his eyes you are dead to him, but in your eyes that death has been turned into life again. Now, in the fall of man, the fall of humanity, what that signifies in this sense, metaphorically, we're looking at the being cast out of the garden and going into a world that is desolate, into a world of hardship and a world of hard work and pain and desolation. And so that's kind of what we're looking at here of death. So the spirit of what is here is that is an energy of like a little death. Now we're not looking at a physical, actual, real death. We're looking at a, like in Princess Bride, where when they talked about the people, this person being dead, but he wasn't really dead. He was just sort of a false deadness. Well, that's the kind of thing that we're thinking about here. This is a metaphoric death and a metaphoric resurrection. So, in a sense of a resurrection, it's that it's not the same as a rebirth. It's not the same as being born again or a rebirth, but it is where where the death becomes life again. So a new life comes in the same. So and it's like not necessarily. So if you look in a biblical sense, you would be looking at these two realities. There'd be the sense of this death, but then in this is a resurrection, and that resurrection of being a new being coming out of this. But but coupled with that, this kind, so if you do ever see him, it's because this little death that has occurred, it has turned into a rebirth, or a, I'm not, it, that doesn't say that you will, you may not ever see him again, but this resurrection part is that you could see him again. But let's go take a look at, let's just do the 3-card yes no. So I want you to tell me when to stop shuffling, and the question is will Crystal ever see Nixon again? So you have to run. All right, I will stop shuffling for you then. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Those are the 3 cards that popped out. You know, you may see him again. You may see him again. This is a maybe. But like this, death and a resurrection. You may see him again. But there's a sense of immaturity. This is not necessarily a love relationship. If you see him again, maybe you see him at a social gathering. Maybe you see him, out in the community, at a party. Maybe when you do see him again, maybe something develops from it. It travels in a direction, but it's driven by foolishness and immaturity and impulsiveness. So yeah, a resurrection is possible of this little death. All right, I gotta go. Oh, I read on you the other night after the camera turned off. No, that's me. And go to the other channel. So I read after that internet field collapsed. I read on you because you were wanting some direction of where to go, and I got something for you. 2 images came into my mind. Is here. Let me read about this. This is a direction to think about. Like a taxi driver or delivery driver. Taxi would be, I don't know if they still use taxis. In our country, the taxis have gone away to other services, but delivery driving still is around. Okay, you can go in under my community post, and it's there. And that's exactly what I came up with for you. Was this. A delivery driver or a taxi, or maybe a truck driver, maybe a train. If you're not too old to go do learn how to get a railroad job or something in transportation, bus driver in transportation, either transporting people or transporting goods. There's also in transportation, you can think of like, I know that in our hospitals here that we have transporter job people, people who push, um, that help transport patients from one part of the hospital to another, like from their room to the operating room, or from like the ER into a regular room. So there's all kinds of, yeah. So you think of like transportation, bus driving, or like I say, in a hospital, helping people out. Helping people get from point A to point B, transportation, and whatever that means. It can mean a whole lot of different things. Because it could mean a taxi, it could mean a bus, it could mean driving a truck, driving a long haul truck. It could mean um, working on a train. It could mean working on boats, transportation, anything that helps move you from point A to point B. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. You would need to get a license to do that. Yes. To be a taxi driver, you may have to take. I mean, I know it used to be that you'd have to take a test to be a taxi driver. Um, be a bus driver. I'm sure you have to take a test, and that's it. Driving a heavy vehicle. Um, in the United States, bus driving can be a really good career job. People start those things later in life. I've known a lot of people who started those kind of jobs when they're 40s and 50 years old. Uh, you know, if you live in a large city, it can be, well, they probably are. All jobs are dangerous, but there's safety in numbers, and so bus driving can probably be safer if that's something you're thinking about. You're welcome. I did, but yes, get yourself a driving license, and it's also to start looking in your area what kind of jobs exist within the realm of transportation, and whatever that means, because there's the surface level, which is literally driving a vehicle, but there are other things that are far deeper down, which is like, in a hospital, that person who um, who moves who moves people in their hospital beds from room to room. They roll those beds down from like from surgery to other places. That's a transportation too. That one, because you've been caregiving, and so that would be something. Maybe you get like a nursing a nursing degree or something like that, or work, something like that you work in medicine, as a nurse, but more up, but um, out of like nursing homes, but more into like hospitals and things like that. There's lots of possibilities out there, and I think driving is one of those ones that a lot of people just don't think about. You know, bus drivers. I mean, if those are like a union jobs, if there's like a, you know, if you have unionized labor, it can be that can be a you can have a lot of security there as a bus driver for having a union to watch your back and and to fight for wages and benefits and things like that. Yeah, an orderly. Yes, exactly, exactly. Orderlies. That's there are those things. So there are lots of different options, but you just need to, if you just kind of think about transportation and all of the way of things that it means where you live, of helping somebody get from here to there. Somebody or something, maybe like a courier, riding a bicycle and moving a pizza from one part of the town to another. Anything like that. It could be anything. It just depends on, but ultimately you choose something that makes you happy. That makes you happy. That you feel like, that it's not going to be like drudgery, and that you're not like going to work at a matchstick factory, and or you're at a cannery or something like that, and you're doing some task that is mind-numbingly boring, or you're going out and picking berries in a field or something like that, and having to stoop over all day, and and just completely destroy your back and your knees and everything else. There are those jobs out there. Of course, people have to do them, but it's like, if that job makes you happy, yeah, go ahead and do it. But if it doesn't make you happy, try to not do jobs that don't make you happy at the end of the day. Because if it, all jobs are going to wear you out at the end of the day. But if it like crushes your soul, well, that's the job you just don't want to do. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and yeah, something like that. Just and if it's like transporting goods, if it's transporting, like driving a delivery truck, and you're transporting packages and mail and things like that, that's like minimal contact with people. And it all just depends on what you're looking for. If you want a lot of contact with people or minimal contact. But that orderly thing of working in a hospital, other than actually you're being around people who are sick all the time, that could be a drawback. You know, I don't know. I don't think I'd want to work around sick people all the time because of especially in this climate that I live in now in the United States, of these fools in our government, foolish people doing foolish things. Because you do have to protect yourself and protect your health and so forth, and take personal responsibility for your life. Anyways, yeah, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm glad that I got to see you again, and because I really wanted to tell you that I did do your reading for you. I did do a reading for someone else too, but that's what I got. Thank you very much, and I will be back on later, probably later today. You're welcome. Good night. Bye bye.